Call of Duty 2021 will have huge implications for Call of Duty Warzone. Last night, Activision had their quarterly earnings call for Q1, and in it they revealed a lot of interesting stats, but more importantly, they confirmed that, surprise, surprise, there is a new premium Call of Duty game launching later this year. And for the first time, they've officially confirmed that it's been developed by Sledgehammer Games. Now, they made some really interesting comments about Warzone and their player base and everything like that, and I wanted to dive into this today. The gameplay that you're seeing here, by the way, I was using an SA-87 when I got my loadout. I was pairing this up with the MP7. SA-87's okay. I don't think it's a meta weapon, but it's pretty fun to use something that's a bit different for once. Anyway, so let me just throw some massive figures at you because it's kind of unbelievable at this point. So they were expecting revenue of 1.79 billion US dollars, but they actually managed to chalk up 2.07 billion. An obscene amount of money, I'm sure you'll agree. There are 150 million monthly active users playing Call of Duty in the first quarter. COD Mobile has surpassed $1 billion in revenue since it launched in October 2019. Lots of people playing and buying stuff on COD Mobile. Season 3 for Warzone had over 2 million streaming viewers, which was higher than Warzone's launch in March 2020. Loads of people are watching Warzone on Twitch and YouTube. And the Activision president confirmed that this new Sledgehammer Games Call of Duty will integrate with Warzone. He said, "We're just scratching the surface of what Warzone can expand to." They're very excited for this year's premium COD release. Development is being led by Sledgehammer Games and the game is looking great and on track for its fall release. Built for next generation experience with stunning visuals across campaign, multiplayer and cooperative modes of play. He also said that this title has been designed to both integrate with and enhance the existing COD ecosystem. If we look forward for Warzone later this year, there'll be some other really fun integration with the great work that Sledgehammer Games is leading for this year's new premium release. Sledgehammer also said that they opened a new studio in Toronto, and Activision said they're planning to hire over 2,000 new developers over the next year alone, including tripling the size of the development teams for Call of Duty. So those are the big stats. Some really interesting things, insane numbers there. It's kind of hard to get your head around some of it, but that's what they're reporting. Now, as for this year's Call of Duty game and why it will change Warzone in a massive way, there are rumors already that Sledgehammer Games are making a sequel to the last game that they developed and led by themselves, which was Call of Duty World War II. Bear in mind, these are just rumors at the moment. Take it all with a pinch of salt, but the source of these rumors has been trusted in the past to be accurate. So it could be that they are in fact developing a sequel to World War II. The built for next gen thing with stunning visuals across campaign, multiplayer and co-op, that sounds kind of cool to me. I hope that they look more into destruction, bigger maps, vehicles. I do think that it will still be on the older consoles though, but maybe like a more cut down version of it, because even by October, November this year, the user base for the new consoles will still be minuscule compared to the existing player base of Xbox and PS4. So I think it will come out for those platforms. But let's say that this game is a World War II game, and we saw what they did with Warzone in October, November last year with Cold War. They put all of the Cold War weapons into Warzone on day one. They put the operators in so you could play as them, and they started to slowly change the map and implement elements of that Cold War story into Warzone. And then, of course, a couple of weeks ago, there was a zombie outbreak, the map was nuked, and we have now time traveled back to 1984. And while I don't think you could claim that the map is completely new, because it isn't, it's still Verdansk, but a lived-in 1980s version of it with new points of interest, new topography, different geometry, etc. There are a lot of new elements of it, and it's obviously rooted in that Black Ops Cold War storyline from the game they released last year. All the ground loot now, for example, is exclusively Cold War. The only way that you can use modern warfare weapons in Warzone is in your loadouts in the main BR modes. So they've fully sent on that idea of, okay, we're changing Warzone to fit with the new COD game. They even revealed it in Warzone, if you remember, there was that little limited time event. So come October, November this year, let's say, when the new game releases, based on what they did with Cold War, I expect there to be some massive changes to Warzone as we know it today. And by that point, people will probably be really bored of Verdansk, and I would hazard a guess that there will be a brand new map. So what does that mean? Well, does that mean that we're going to time travel back to World War II? Will there be a World War II based map? I think that's much more likely than them just doing a 1940s version of this current map, because I think that would be a nightmare to tie into the storyline. So it would probably be a completely new map. The reception to Verdansk 84 has been 50-50. I think some people were quite disappointed that it wasn't a brand new map, and other people are just like, well, you know, I'm okay with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. but in 5 or 6 months time, more people will be bored of it. So a new map, I think, is highly probable. In terms of the weapons, vehicles, and equipment, that's all got to change, surely, right? Like a lot of the stuff that's in the 84 version of the map still kind of fits into the modern version of the map because they've got a lot of older guns in Modern Warfare that are still used today. Some of the vehicles, for example, a lot of it doesn't make sense, but it's a game. We kind of let it slide and it seems like it fits. But to go that far back to the 40s, I do think they're going to have to think a bit more about this. And it could be that Sledgehammer are hiring all these new people to make a completely new map for Warzone. That'd be cool, and I would love to see it. You could have all of the iconic battles of World War II in one battle royale map. You could have the beach landings. You could have the bomb town areas like Stalingrad and Berlin. You could have the North African desert at the top of the map. You could have that Karantan style village with sniper towers. You see what I'm getting at here. Maybe you could even have tanks. Maybe the precision airstrike, instead of it being a A-10 Thunderbolt, it's now a group of Spitfires that does a strafing run. This is all completely possible in my opinion. This is really exciting to me, and the possibilities here in terms of the gun. So what would they do? There's already way too many guns in Warzone with the whole Modern Warfare suite, with Cold War. Only a few of them are actually used as well. So if there's another new COD game, what, they're just going to add another 30 guns to it? How do they balance that? Things start to get out of control at that point. The size of the game will keep increasing and increasing. So what are they going to do? Are they going to vault some guns? Maybe at that point, do they just go, all right, so in Warzone now, we're going to vault the Cold War guns and the Modern Warfare guns, and we're just going to have World War II guns. So you'll be running around with a Tommy gun and an MG42. It's a possibility. Is it probable though? I don't think so, because people are really attached to some of these weapons, especially the ones from Modern Warfare. If you couldn't play Warzone in October or November this year with your favorite gun, would you actually want to? And I do believe that it's that relatability that makes Warzone so popular. It's a modern game with modern weapons that people know and they can use and customize to how they see fit. Arguably, one of the main reasons that Warzone is so popular is because it is just a well-done AAA modern battle royale. There's not really that much competition for that at the moment. And also, the guns in World War II, they didn't have anywhere near the level of customization as modern weaponry. So if you can't add as many attachments on, your loadouts might get boring really fast. So another theory is that if they do a World War II map or a World War II integration, presuming that that is the game this year, it might be a completely separate map or experience within Warzone. So you've got Verdansk, you can choose to play, or you've got this hypothetical new World War II version of Warzone. Or they just go, you know, screw it, mix it all together. World War II map is now the only major map that you can play, and you can use whatever guns and equipment you want from Modern Warfare, Cold War, and World War II. That would probably be really chaotic, but could be fun. Either way though, this is exciting, and the announcements last night have really piqued my interest. But let me know what you think down in the comments below, guys. If it is a World War II game and they're saying that it's going to be integrated into Warzone, what's that going to look like? Who knows? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, guys. As always, a massive cheers to all these people using my code JackFrags in caps in the COD store. You're all absolute legends. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you didn't, a dislike. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.